Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier, a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message today, and this is a really important, specific message for Virgo. I have asked my guides and spirit to come through with a message, through the cards to me for something that is very helpful and relevant to you. And this is really a very specific message for someone, and I know there's something in it for all of us, and so we'll just have to kind of flow with it and see where it goes. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, I encourage you to, because it helps keep you in touch with high vibration information every week so that you can really keep moving forward on your spiritual path. And as always, you're welcome to like and comment if you feel compelled to. It really helps to keep the positive energy moving on this channel. So let's jump straight into your reading. I think I'm going to tell you all the cards at once because, like I said, this is a very specific story. And I drew the cards a couple at a time. They tell me which parts of the deck to take it from. And right away they said we're talking about a relationship with a child. So let's just get straight to it. We've got the Seven of Wands for this situation. This has to do with boundaries. So something is going on where boundaries are not being respected. Someone is not behaving with integrity, and you're going to be a little bit challenged to confront that. You've got the King of Swords for how you feel about it, and that is that means that you are aware of it. You see this going on. You know the truth of it in your minds. That this child is stepping in a direction that they don't need to be stepping, shouldn't be stepping, and you're aware of it in your mind. I don't feel you've taken action yet, but you're aware of it in your mind. So let's keep going. Page of Cups is here. We've got the Star and the Ten of Pentacles facing it, but the page is really trying to get to the Devil. So we're talking about someone who is dealing with addictions. They're just very clear about this right now. So you've got someone who's either a child or a childlike energy, someone who's emotionally immature, unable to really take care of themselves, fending for themselves, wanting to turn back to their addiction, something having to do with self-sabotage. I'm wanting to say this is drugs for someone. But self-sabotage can take many different forms, as we know. It can be negative self-talk. It can be doing things to harm yourself, not literally harm yourself physically, but harm yourself emotionally, harm yourself mentally. And we are talking, again, someone who just doesn't have a clear handle on their emotions and really can't, and just doesn't know how to process or navigate them yet. And the thing is, we've got some rehab cards going on. The Star, which is coming back home to yourself, healing. And then the Ten of Pentacles, which is money, but it's also the idea of wholeness. So what I feel like is being happened is there's been a lot of aid given to this person. This isn't the first time they're relapsing into their self-sabotaging behaviors, but there has been some help given to them, which is trying to prevent them from going to that place again. But I want to say, and this is where you need to be really listening here, the King of Swords, it's the wrong kind of help. They need something that's much more emotionally and psychologically, what's the word? Beneficial isn't strong enough. Guys, tell me the word I'm looking for. Something that's more emotionally transformative. This person can't handle their emotions, and because they can't handle their emotions, they don't have control over their thoughts. Then their thoughts have them going into all of these self-mutilating kind of places. And I'm not just talking physically, I'm talking inside, and they don't know how to navigate this. And you Virgo, you're aware of all of this, but you're thinking about the most practical thing to do, and you're like, okay, well, I'll spend a lot of money to get them the most expensive and the best rehabilitation I can, but you're not giving them that emotional connection that they need. They don't need to be sent somewhere. They need to know that there's someone there caring for them. They need to be allowed to express their emotions in a place that's very safe and very non-judgmental. That's where we can get into a little problems here with this King of Swords. They're not looking for practical help. And this is where you're really being challenged, because you want to fix it on the physical level. You want to do the practical thing, the formulaic thing, but this person is not going to respond well to that, because it pushes them away. Actually, when you push them towards those things that look right on the outside, like the fancy rehabilitation center or the very expensive cure or whatever it is, they're not feeling emotionally cared for. They're trying to tell you money isn't enough. All this money you're throwing at me, all this, the way you're trying to fix this with money, it's not enough. And they're really looking for a lot more emotional support. And if you feel like you can't give it, or you feel like you don't know how, my guides are saying that you do. And if you need help with that, this is time for you to seek out some counsel that can help you help this person, because the problem is that just throwing money at the problem isn't going to solve it. So this is not really about finding the most expensive therapist for them. This is about finding actually someone to help you help them. So they don't need someone outside, they need you. And this is someone who really hangs on to their emotions very strongly. I know I keep saying the word emotions over and over, but they're holding on to the emotions, and it's tucked away, and it's like it's embedded down there. It's very deep. They're holding on to stuff that you're not even aware they're holding on to. So this needs a lot of cathartic. This needs a lot of release. This needs a lot of space for all this junk to come up. And all you really have to do is sit, observe, and embrace. You don't have to fix. You don't have to make this better for them. You don't have to spend any more money. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that kind of stuff anymore. You're trying, and this, it's funny because now it's coming back full circle. This is your problem too. You can't just throw money at these problems. You actually have to go inside and look at what's going on. So I hope that this reading has given you a little bit of a different perspective of the ways that you can be helpful and the ways that you can work with yourself. If you're feeling like you need some further support with this, please reach out either through my website, trueguidancetarot.com, or in the comments below. Somehow, it was just so specific what I'm getting, and I'm still kind of in shock about how specific it was. So I just want you to know that there's help available for you if you need some more support. So that looks like it's going to take care of it for this week. Okay, one more thing. Sorry, one more thing. The star card. The star card is telling us two things: that yes, there is hope in this situation, that yes, this person can work through it. But it's also that you can't just hope that throwing money at a problem, this is going to work. That's a false hope. What needs to be done is to actually, she's standing in the water. You have to actually get in that emotional water with the person and be willing to walk with them as they release all the stuff they need to release. So, like I said, please reach out if you need some additional clarification or support. And do you know that I do offer readings, I do offer mentoring sessions and classes. I offer things to help you, really support you on journeys, especially with this kind of dark stuff. So it's hard to say have a good week because this was such a heavy reading, but I know that it comes up because you can handle it. So I wish you luck, and I'll see you next time.